Well, it's time for our weekly check-in with the Mayor of Niagara Falls, Mayor Jim Diodati. Good morning. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, Bob.
I wanted to ask you, actually, in the news before the break, we were talking about the protest on the weekend in St. Catharines, and we had the comments from the regional chair on the attendance of West Lincoln, Mayor Dave Bilsma, and his disappointment in that. We wanted to get your comments as well.
Well, I appreciate everyone's right to public speech, but my concern right now is the timing was probably not the best. I know people are very, very frustrated and things are boiling over as the temperature increases, but during a provincial lockdown, it's not the best time, and I don't think it sends the right message. Although, as I say, I do appreciate and I do hear the frustration. People are really upset. I mean, the first lockdown, it was mostly about fear, and then the second one was mostly about frustration, and now it's anger. People are just mad at everybody about everything. So it's unfortunate, but I just think the timing isn't the best.
Would you say that's the temperature in Niagara Falls?
I'd say it's a temperature everywhere. Everywhere I talk to, people are just frustrated. They're getting mad at each other. We're in school, we're out of school. This roller coaster of activities just got people frustrated. Human nature, we like routine, and we have had anything but routine. So it's been a very, very frustrating time. And human nature, people are, mental health incidences are way up, opioid overdoses, death by suicide, domestic violence. People are really hurting.
Yeah, can't get those shots in arms fast enough. How is the vaccine rollout going in Niagara Falls?
Well, it's going really good, Bob, and that's the key, is getting the vaccines. That's the most important thing. That when the Premier was here, he said vaccines, vaccines, vaccines. That really is the panacea to what we're dealing with right now. Everything else is a symptom of the problem. That will get us to the solution. So that's the part we're encouraging. Could it go smoother? Of course, but the most important thing is get the vaccine as fast as you can.
Yeah, on the weekend, were a lot of tourists. What was the action like?
Well, busy as usual. And again, everything's closed. All the major attractions, the casino, everything's closed. There's not really much to do, but really, we can't stop people from coming. They still come. Clifton Hill right now is completely closed. We're doing construction there. We're removing the parking stalls, so there'll be bigger sidewalks going forward. So right now, it's just a matter of we're here, we're not open, but people are still visiting.
Well, there's lots to see in Niagara Falls, even with stuff closed. And we saw Red Niagara Falls Sunday night. We got to talk about that.
Yeah,
Lit up red.
So Steve Ludzik, a huge advocate and supporter of Parkinson's. He's just an amazing human being.
Oh, good friend of the show.
And yes, great friend of the show, great friend of many. Niagara Falls, we love him. And we turn the falls red in honor of Parkinson's. He's raised over $1 million for Hotel du Shaver. For anyone that's been touched by Parkinson's, I'm sure you've been touched by Steve. He's just not just a great hockey player, and he was a coach as well in the NHL. It's what he's doing now for society. He's a hero, and he mentors many people. We really appreciate all that he's been doing, his leadership.
He's such an inspiration. Famous Niagara Falls, you posted a picture. Of course, we lost Prince Philip on Friday, and you posted a neat picture. His first visit to Canada included a visit to your city.
Yeah, so he was here in 51, and they were in Niagara in 73. But in 51, we had 150,000 people come in to greet him and his wife, of course. Married 73 years, just service to community, service to society, always in the shadow of the Queen. It's sad. It really is sad. It's the end of an era, and it's old school, and I'm just glad that he did come here and he did touch us as well, and we'll miss him. And so he turned the falls purple in his honor.
Hey, what can you tell us about the new Niagara Falls Community Outreach Garden for the soup kitchen?
Yeah, so we're really excited. Redeemer Bible Church, led by their pastor, Carl Santos, they planted a huge garden, and all the produce that's harvested is going to go toward the soup kitchen. So the nice thing is all the people that we need to feed, they're going to get good, healthy, locally grown food. And this is a real important thing, and I'm glad you brought it up. A lot of our community groups say, what can we do to help? Well, this is a great example of what local community groups and churches can do. Have a community garden, get the volunteers involved. They're outside producing food. It's just the perfect marriage of what we need.
Hey, have you got your vaccination shot yet?
I haven't, but I'm waiting for mine. I'm in that age category now, so I'm working my way to get it, and I'm anxious to get it.
Well, they're doing 30 and up?
Hey, smooth, baby.
Let's see your socks, by the way.
But which ones?
Have you got pup socks on or something?
Yes. You know what? Thank you for mentioning that. These really cool. Charlie. My Charlie. This guy was my.
Yeah.
bestie. And when he died of lymphoma, ironically, 2 years after I had mine, my kids got these socks made for me, and it's a real cool thing, a real memory. But I don't have the heart to wear them. I look at them.
You want to keep them nice.
Yeah, they sit on my desk, and
Aw.
yeah, thanks for bringing that up. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, hey, we appreciate your weekly check-ins. Let's do it again next week.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, Niagara Falls Mayor Jim Diodati.